Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So I want to share the story of this girl. What's her name? Deborah. To be honest, I wasn't planning to film any videos today at all, but the story is such a story that is not the kind of story you want to leave and address some other time. It's something that I really wanted to speak about it now. I typically record my videos and then get edited and then uploaded. I already have old videos that I'm supposed to upload today, but I said let me quickly, jump in here and just do a quick one and just address this topic as it is. So for anyone that does not know the story, there's this girl. She's in a college in the northern part of Nigeria. For the non-Nigerians that watch us, Nigeria was not really, there was never a country called Nigeria until the British came. And so they colonized the country, and what's it called now? They joined a lot of people of different tribes, tradition, culture, and religion, joined them together and called them Nigeria, right? Basically, because there's the river Niger, so they said Nigeria, meaning the Niger area. And something else we have to remember, give me a second, I'm going to go to what I want to say in this video. Something else we have to remember, always bear in mind, is that the British came from a culture of one culture. That if you make that makes sense. They come from a country where they were all one religion, one, they were all Christians. They didn't have variety of culture and tradition and religion and all of those things. So as far as they were concerned, it's just a group of black people. Let's join them together and make them a country. So that was what they did. But unfortunately, it has been a big problem, where the different there's tribalism going on, religious conflicts going on, because at the end of the day, we're not really one people per se, as the British would have thought, the way it is in their country. So for anyone that does not know, so there is the northern part of Nigeria, southern part. Let me not go into that. It's a long story, right? It's a long story. Okay, so this thing happened in the northern part of Nigeria. Northern part of Nigeria will be predominantly Muslims, right? While the southern part and other parts will be predominantly Christians. So this girl is in a college where they were, they had a WhatsApp group in the college. So this girl made an audio post in the group, school group now, students group, and said something about, this group was created for assignment and, things that have to do with study and all of that. That some people were posting, the way I understand it in the news, that some people were posting things about the religion, Islam, and she kind of made this audio in which she spoke against that's not what the group is about. Let me play the audio for you guys to listen.
Holy Ghost fire ba abun da zai faru da mu. Dole ne wasu abubuwan da ya kamata ku tura muna, ba wai an yi group din ga don ture abubuwan banza bane fa. An yi don pass you, in akwai test, in an bada assignment a tura, ba wai abubuwan banzan ga za ku tura muna ba. Manzon Allah din me, an zo an buro ba.
So after that happened, there was an uproar, and that they felt it was a disrespect to their religion and to their prophet. From the way I read it in the news, even British news have even covered this story. So from what they read in the news, they said the uproar got really out of hand. They took the girl to the security post in the college, and the security post became very overwhelmed. They even said, I read it in one news, that even the police arrived, and at a point the police couldn't control it anymore. It's like they just gave up, because they said the students were throwing sticks and stones and all of that, and the police gave up. That's how I read it in the news. And they stood her and all of that, and after that they put a match on her. So there's this video of this guy that came out and was showing a box of match and say yes, all of confirming it, and say like, this is the matches he used and all of that, and that happened. Before I go further, I'm actually very tired. I'm actually very tired. So if you notice it, you know that I'm tired. I was planning to have a very lazy day today, but anyways, now what thing I want to address is how the police could not control students of a school, right? But they were able to control, or whatever you want to call it, what happened at Lekki Toll Gate, right? These are, college students, and they couldn't control them, but they could control Lekki Toll Gate, But anyways, let's leave that. So this girl got deleted. Those that always were, it's disrespectful to use the word deleted. This is what we face on YouTube. If you say the right word, YouTube sees it as a negative video, even though, like, I'm not here telling people to go delete people. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So YouTube is clamping down on people that maybe their videos are, videos could be, you're coming here to come and encourage people to do negative, if you know what I mean, or whatever. So but the system is automated. So sometimes it picks up on the wrong ones. And that's why sometimes you hear we use some words. It's not necessarily what we would like to use, but we're using it to avoid YouTube system misunderstanding our videos. I speak for myself, my videos. So anyways, and that's how the girl got deleted. Now the news is everywhere and everything. And I want to speak on, some people say, oh, why don't you talk about this one? Why don't you talk about that one? And when it comes to Islamic or Muslim things, I've explained it in a few of my videos. I can come here and tell you what Christianity says, right? But I cannot tell you what Islam says, or else somebody say, I don't know what the Quran says. I don't know what their faith is about. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what their faith is about. So, but when I come and say, no, that thing is not correct, or I can quote the Bible and say 2 Corinthians, I cannot quote the Quran for you. So I don't know what their faith asks of them, right? Now, going to that, take your time and listen to what I'm trying to say, because this is the problem a lot of our people have. A lot of people have. They don't take their time to digest information before they speak, or before they respond, or before they just boop, 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 boop. And it's not taking us anywhere. Now, coming to what happened to this girl, I'm here asking myself, right? Have these people, the people that did it, this girl, did they break the law? Listen, did they break the law? Because, let me actually, there's this presidential aspirant, for anyone that doesn't know, he's a presidential aspirant. He's Abubakar. He initially made the post speaking against what happened to the girl, and then later on, people were now saying they will not vote for him. So people were really, like, the Muslim people were speaking up against his post. He now made another post saying that it was not him that posted the other one. So basically, he has, from saying that it's not him that posted it, it shows, I feel like it shows his stand on the whole thing. And at the end of the day, it's left for people to decide who they vote. Coming back to this girl's story, I'm looking at it from this angle. I say to myself, those people that deleted the girl, have they broken any laws? Because if you don't focus on the laws that governs a country, you're wasting your time, right? You're wasting your time. We all know when Sharia law became the law in the northern part of Nigeria. I don't know if it's all the northern states, but I know there was a time they voted in, or whatever way it happened, and they now have the right to practice Sharia law in the northern part of the country. Right now, when they decided to do, I remember the first incident that blew up after it was approved. The Sharia law was approved. There was this guy, I don't know whether they say he stole a cow or whatever, and they chopped off his hand. And it was all over the news then, when it was new. So the fact that they are legally allowed to practice Sharia law, sit down and ask yourself, did they break any law? And what law? Before you say, listen to me and digest it, please. You can leave your comment, but listen, right? Now, what law did they break? So if they are practicing Sharia law and it is legal there, and they did something like this, then if you say they broke the law, what law did they break? The question is that what? Because I have seen somebody made a post on Facebook showing what the Islam says. I'm going to say this again. I don't know what the Quran says, right? This is a post somebody left showing all of these things. So going by that, if that is from the Quran, right? Going by that, and the states where they practice Sharia law, did these people that did this, did they break the law? What law? Sharia law? Are they practicing Sharia law? Sorry, my phone went off. I'm actually, I was sitting down, saw this news, and I just said, let me just make a video straight away. My phone is struggling to do, to record a long video. I don't know, it's struggling. Anyways, so sorry about that break there. So I was saying, yeah, now, if you say they broke a law, then what law did they break? You have to ask yourself, did they practice Islamic law when they did that? Those are the questions we have to ask ourselves. Because if you're going to take them to court, you're going to take them to where? To Sharia court. And what will Sharia court say? It will be according to Sharia law. So the question then is, the real question then is this Sharia law they have practiced? If this is Sharia law, then they haven't broken any laws. Listen, listen, I won't make this video too long so that you can watch it to the end before you leave your comment. Now, if within their law, they have the right to do that, it means they have not committed any offense. It means they have the right to do what they've done, right? So if they go to the Sharia court, they will be going scot-free because they have practiced what their faith. This is why, like I say, when it comes to, I can say Christianity is against this, that. But when it comes to Islam, I cannot tell you. I don't enter topic that I do not know all the details. A Muslim person can come out and say, this is what Islam says. Because it's their faith, they read their book, they follow the religion. You get my point? If they have practiced their faith, and that is what their faith says that they should do to someone that said what that girl said, then it means because they have the right to practice Sharia law, they have a right to Sharia law, they have a right to do what they've done. The area I think a lot of people should focus on, reflect on, process very well is this. I have made videos in which I say that, we are so diverse in Nigeria. We plenty. Talk about, what's it called? I was looking at one time the list of countries with the most languages or something like that. And Nigeria was one of them. And Nigeria has, did they say 200 languages or something like that? Because we are saying south, north, whatever. Inside the entire east, there are many people, different tribes in the east as well. Yeah, you know what I mean? There are some people that are boundaries that are kind of like, because if you go to the south, there are some, when they call them minorities, as in they wouldn't be the major ethnic groups. I'm explaining a bit more for the non-Nigerians, that watch me to get a feel of what this whole thing is about. Now, I think the question then, or things we should sit back and really process within our heads and our minds and think about deeply is, sorry, I have already said it that we can make our diversity a blessing in the way that, it can be a beautiful thing that we can celebrate amongst ourselves, the different cultures and traditions. And, some nowadays, you see, some Igbos will wear Hausa kaftan, Yoruba will wear Igbo cloth, or we have so much. What about food? You cook egusi, there are different type of egusi, Yoruba style, Igbo style. There are beautiful things we have to celebrate. But when it comes to things like this, it brings the question of, can we continue to be one country? Can we continue to be one nation? Are we too different to be together? And I think that is where we should. Let me tell you, you cannot come and go to think about Muslim countries and the way they practice Sharia law in their country, and you compare the life in the UK. Sometimes I say it to myself that it's almost like taking a place like think about some very some Muslim countries that are 100% Muslim law they practice and everything, and try to join them with the UK, for example. That would be such a conflict of interest. I think that's the English word. English big sometimes. Do you know what I mean? That would be like impossible because of you can't join them and make them one country. The area I think that we should be reflecting and be thinking amongst ourselves. The white man that came and made us one country, they did not know what they were doing because they come from a country where we are all white, so we are all the same, but they did not realize that we're not all blacks and the same. We are black and but we're different, right? So it's like joining, like I said, joining the UK to a Muslim country, joining the UK to a country that is 100% Muslim law or whatever, it not go work. So we should all sit back and ask ourselves, should we continue to be one country? Because if you see this news we're hearing, if let's say we hear it from a country that is 100% Muslim country, a lot of people will not move. Do you know what I mean? 100% Muslim countries where they practice Islamic law 100%. It won't. A lot of people will be like, oh yeah, that's what they do over there. You get my point, because that is what it. This video is getting longer than I planned, so I'm going to try and round it up. Right? What I'm saying is this: is getting to the point where people need to ask. We have to ask ourselves: can we continue to be one country but such varied laws or varied whatever and is this the future of the country that you dream for our generations to come, right? And if we say no, we are human beings now. You understand? If we say no, and you see, I wouldn't be. I've said it. I'm not politically illiterate. There's so much I do not understand about politics. So there's no harm in just coming out and saying it now. I'm saying it and make it clear, because those that are very literate. When I say there are some people that understands all of that, and what I want to say is this: if we feel like as a country that we cannot, it's okay, northerners can do what, the Muslim states in Nigeria can actually, do their stuff because they have the freedom of their religion and all of that. But we feel like we're all too different to be one country, right? What is the way out? I personally do. I do not think protesting on the street or all of that will be the solution. I don't know. I don't think that will be the solution. I think it would take, if I'm wrong, correct me. Like I said, that this wouldn't be my typical area, right? But I think things like this would take like-minded people that are knowledgeable up there in a way, one way or the other, or they have the platforms or whatever to come together and say, okay, we are not working as a country, as one. Let's go our separate ways. But like I said, it's not going to be a street protest. From what I know, I'm thinking, can this group of people not, plan and all of that, go to maybe United Nations? And if I'm not correct, or when I correct me, and explain and go to United Nations or go internationally and make it a case that needs to be discussed, that we are too different to be one country. And we can think about breaking away from that angle, not even street protest. From that angle where, because let me tell you another thing is, if a country breaks away, if you split a country, they still have to be internationally recognized. So why don't Nigeria, the division we're looking for, why don't the people that will take it up, why, I don't even know how to phrase it, why don't they make it a way, or do it in a way that they go to that international level to get a recognition as a country? You understand? Rather than we protesting and destroying the country and all of that. So that if we can, internationally be recognized as a country that is not supposed to be a country. Don't forget, we were not a country before. You understand? So maybe that way, from the international level, we can actually split the country peacefully. And then other people can practice Sharia law, other people practice something else. Because now, I don't know, honestly, I don't understand how it's going to continue in a like, I understand, when I say understand, I understand Muslim countries that are 100% Muslim law, right? But I don't understand where one country will have different laws in that one country. So is it not better off if it's cut in a way that these people then are free to practice their own, these people then are free to practice their own? I hope I'm making sense. I believe that a case can be made on an international level where it is explained and understood that the British came and joined these people together. They made a mistake. These people are too different to be one country. I really hope I'm making sense. And maybe then eventually we can have the separation that a lot of Nigerians are clamoring for, but done the right way. And then look at it now. The presidential aspirant has already shown a bit of what he is or what is to come. honestly, this is how I personally see it. And I don't know what you guys think about this. You know, as always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.